Hi, FlossTube. It's Angela, the Ada lover. I'm still stitching on Ada, and I'm back. Okay, so before I get started, and this is not going to be like a traditional FlossTube video because there's stuff scattered all over my house, and I'm trying to rearrange. I feel like that's all I've been doing is moving things from one place in the house to another, depending on the situation that's going on in my house. Okay, so when we first were like quarantined, or really we weren't really quarantined. It was back in the beginning of March, okay? So we had gone to the beach for the first week in March. And then when we got back, that's when everything just kind of started going crazy. And that's when they started shutting down, and like they closed the schools and the universities and all that. Well, my son's university that he goes to, the University of Georgia, it was closed, so he moved home. But he was still having to do the whole, online thing, which he absolutely did not like. But he had to do it. So I cleared off all my stuff from upstairs because that's where his room is and that's where like the office space is, and made it his. So he would be comfortable doing that. He'd have some privacy and whatnot. So I moved all my stuff out into the garage. So a lot of the videos you've seen are me out in the garage. That's because all my stuff was out there, all my crafting stuff. Well, and that was fine because it was March, April. It was cooler weather. It was tolerable. Anyway, not so much now. So then I moved half the stuff into my laundry room that's attached to my bedroom so I could do some stuff in there. Then he finished his classes, and then so he finished the classes, and then he started his internship a couple of weeks ago. So he didn't need that upstairs office space, and it was getting really hot out in the garage. So I moved half my stuff out into the garage, and then now that no one's here, my husband started going back to work, and now I've moved some of it out into this kitchen area. But it's everywhere. It's still everywhere. It's in different places. I've been just moving it from one spot to another. So that is why you see me in different areas. Why I'm not gonna go through like everything I've been working on because, well, we'll get into that in a minute. And I just want to go ahead and say, if you see like flies like buzzing around me, it's because we have a serious fly problem. I don't know what it is. I have a fly swatter, but I cannot get rid of the flies in my house. I can't get rid of them. They're everywhere. So you'll probably like see some land on my hair, on my face, buzz by me, circle around me, and it's maybe I smell. I haven't taken a shower today. And that's another thing. You will see me in this sweatshirt, which I've had for years and years, probably all the time, because sometimes it gets really cold in my house because the air has been cranked up and I don't like being cold. So I wear this all the time, like in the morning, and I take it on trips with me in case there's on a heavier blanket. I mean, I use it as a pillow, I use it as a robe, I use it as a sweatshirt, I use it for all different kinds of things, so you'll see me in it a lot. And I really just don't like making these face-to-face videos because I hate getting dressed. I hate getting ready. I don't like the way that I do my makeup. I had 2 boys. did not have a girl to teach me how to put on makeup, and it's just a struggle. So I just kind of wanted to explain, why I always look like I do and why I'm switching areas a lot. So I have had a lot of different projects. I started a lot of different projects before Stitch Mania started, okay? So I did start some new ones. I have a lot of stuff that's kitted up, that I've decided that I don't really particularly enjoy doing. Or I'm like, where in the world, what am I gonna do with this when I finish it? Like, what am I doing? I mean, why am I spending my time doing this when I don't really even enjoy it? So some of the things, they're just in their project bags waiting for me to just frog them or find something else to fill with them and just be done. Now, a lot of them are not, far along. For the Stitch Mania, I got through about, let's see, I had really good intentions and really good plans. I got through about maybe 2 weeks of Stitch Mania, and that just went all out the window. So I stink at Stitch Mania because I just don't follow plans, just like I don't finish things, which my husband reminds me every single day. Are you gonna finish that? Are you gonna finish that? I'm like, I don't know. There's one thing that I want to work on well, there's a lot of things I want to work on, but there's one thing that I really want to get finished or get done on or get more done on is the one that I'm doing for my son, because he's moving into a house, hopefully, fingers crossed, if everything continues the way it is here in Georgia, then he will be going back to school at a normal time and moving into the house. We had to move him out of his fraternity house the middle of March. So, which kind of stinks, but you know what, he's excited. I mean, it's been fine for him and everything, but hopefully he's excited about this house that they're getting. He's moving into a house with like 5 of his fraternity brothers, so that'll be fun. And I think he's gonna be in there for the next 2 years, if I'm correct. I'm not really sure. He is entering his 4th year at college. Can't believe it. He's got probably 2 more years, this next year and another year. Okay, so I'm sure that's just a little life update. So what we have been doing, as far as just as a family, we've gone to the beach. We went for Memorial Day weekend right before they reopened the short-term rentals. And so we were down there for a couple days and it was really quiet, and then boom, vacationers and everybody started coming in. So, but everybody was really respectful, I guess, was what I would say, as far as like going on the beach and not like sitting right there next to you. Where we go is not super crowded anyway, and people like wore their masks in the elevator. And if like another family was on the elevator, we waited, and just got an empty one, and we could do that because there wasn't really just a ton of people. And then when it did get busy, it got a little bit more challenging, but people still did that. So it just meant longer waits at the elevator. Let's see. So we went there. It was beautiful, beautiful weather. It wasn't humid yet. It was, the water was gorgeous. When we go to the beach, we go on the Gulf Coast, Panama City Beach. And we are on the very like west end of it, which is like it's a little quieter. And the water was crystal clear, beautiful blue. It was amazing. So we took my mom, and she had a really good time. She didn't get to go to the beach last year, so she was excited, and I'm glad it all worked out. The restaurants were open, kind of. They were being very careful. A lot of them had outdoor seating. As far as indoor seating, they really, even though they were allowed to open up at 50% capacity, I don't feel like a lot of them were. So the takeout time was pretty long. We did some cooking inside. We cooked our own food, so I mean, it was fine. It was fine. And we were only there, we weren't even there a week, we were just there for like 5 days. Okay, so enough about my life. You don't really even want to hear that, I'm sure. If you want to hear a little bit more about it, then let me know. Then I'll just talk more about my boring life in the next video. Okay, there's this notification. I'm sorry. Let me do that. Okay. All right, so things that I received in the mail that I ordered actually for Mother's Day. I don't know, around Mother's Day. It was the beginning of May. I was like, I'm treating myself. I'm gonna buy all the things. And I did, or at least, and you know, I think I did. So, I love cross stitch. I love diamond painting. But one of the things that I'm really getting into is something called beaded embroidery, or some people call it beaded cross stitch. Now you've seen, I've been working on some kits that I've shown you that are, I think I ordered them from AliExpress. But these one, I ordered a couple of more from different places. I think they were actually from like the Ukraine or something. But I'm gonna show you one. And then after this video, I'm gonna kind of show you me speed it up, working on how I'm working on it a little bit, and kind of show you, kind of walk you through what I'm doing. But I'm gonna show you one of the kits that I ordered. I ordered this from a place called Bizer Painting, I believe it's called. I'm not really sure. I mean, I think it's on Etsy. You can look under Beads Painting on Etsy, and on Facebook, I think it's Bizer Painting. But this is, it came in a box like this, a big box. And that is the picture that I'm working on. It's a cute Christmas cardinal with a Santa hat on it and a cute scarf. Okay, so the reason why I chose this, and they had some really, really beautiful ones, but these are a little bit more pricey than what I'm used to paying. And so honestly, the reason I chose this is because this is like one of the cheapest ones that they offered, and smaller, because they've got some big pieces. I mean, it ranges from like, there's some that are like over $200, because these beads are expensive. They're the Preciosa. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I doubt I am. Preciosa. They're those beads. Number 10s, I think, is what they're called. The box is in a different language here, so I'm just trying to decipher it. This is a 28 by 31 centimeter picture. But I thought it was cute, and I thought it would give me a good idea of what I was dealing with as far as these kind of bead embroidery pieces. So in the kit, it came with a piece of like Aida, except it's not like normal Aida. I feel like it's bigger, and I'm not really sure what size the holes are, but it's the fabric with the holes in it. And then it came with all the beads, and I think there may be 37 colors in it, but I'm just gonna show you an example of what it comes bagged up in the beads. So the beads come bagged up, whatever. Y'all know what I meant. So this is an example of the beads. These are, see all those whites? Ooh, it's like fat ground color, right? So there are like beads with like a pearlescence coating. There's some that have like kind of a metallic on them. There are some that are just kind of flat, but they're all the same size, which is what I like, because that's the ones, those kits from AliExpress frustrate me, because they're kind of junky, I guess the beads are. They're not the best quality. I don't feel like they're not all the same size. So it came with all the beads, which I'll show you, is my bag of beads. Right there. Then it came with a piece of fabric, it came with a needle. Then something different that it came with is it came with these containers like this that were already labeled. They were already had the stickers on them. And they're all labeled and they're like double-sided containers. And so I just had to fill them up. That work was done and there was 4 of them. There's 4 of them. So how many is that? Okay, so there's 10 slots on each container. 10, 20, 30, there's 37 colors. There are 37 colors in this. So that, and then it came with a fabric pen marker, which I didn't use that. I didn't use it. So I'm gonna show you what I've done on it so far. And like I said, this is gonna look just kind of, and I'm not a great beader yet. I'm just, oh, and I think it also came with a threader. But that is what I've done so far. This is just on the first page. It takes a long time. I went over to here and then I decided, no, I'm just gonna do page by page. And so I just stopped. So that's like the end of the page or the side of the page, the end of the page. So it's just gonna be, so I'm just kind of going across, like, you know, like that. So I'll bead this way and then I'll bead back this way. I mean, all in the same, the beads are all going in the same direction. I just have to like flip my fabric one way. So that is all I've gotten to see. And I actually was counting off. I hope I did that right. I could have totally screwed that up. I hope I didn't. Because just to figure out where I was supposed to start, I went ahead and just beaded it up there. I should have used that fabric marker, but I don't know. I don't really know how to, I'm not good at drawing straight lines. I need to figure out how to do that. So that is so far what I'm working on, which you'll see a video of me working on it in a minute. So I really like that one, and I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of talk about the projects that I'm working on and then show videos of a video of me working on it, just so you can see what I'm doing. It's sped up, and maybe I'll talk some more and kind of tell you what I'm doing. But a couple of other, a few things that I ordered also, I think the beginning of May or in April, can't even remember when it was, that I got were some needle minders, and I'm gonna show those to you because I just love them, but it took a while for me to get them. This one, it didn't take a while. This one I ordered from Evelyn Crafts, and I showed that in my video. But it is a mermaid. I'm sorry, my nails are so long. I need to get them. I was supposed to get them done on Friday, and I had to cancel because my family was in town from Texas. But isn't she cute? Isn't she so pretty? She's on a shell, and she's blue. This is from Evelyn Crafts on Etsy, and this one was just the blue one, but she had, at the time, like a pink and a purple, but I had some other pink stuff, so I kind of wanted a different color, and I just think she's so pretty. So I've got that one, and then I ordered 3 from Agnes Little Minders, I believe is what she is on Facebook and Etsy. And I ordered these at different times, but her shipping was delayed, which I knew before. I mean, she made everybody aware of before we even ordered that it was gonna be a while until she shipped it because the shipping was closed, or she was waiting until it was safer or something. She waited until shipping opened up. So I did get these, and I will show you what they are. The first one, because I love the beach and I love anything that's ocean related, is a cute little sea turtle. And it has crystals on it, see them? And a butterfly. Isn't that adorable? What should I name it? I feel like I need to name it. Cute. Okay, so that's the sea turtle. And then this is a new collection that she came out with, like ladybugs, and so I ordered a ladybug. For luck. Aren't they supposed to be lucky? So cute. And the back of them are these, I don't know what that is. I guess it's just plastic, I'm not really sure. but cute ladybug. And then, because I love purple, blue, and together, I love pink too, but this is one of her dragons. And it has this big crystal. It has glitter on it. Totally cute, isn't it? She is so nice and easy to talk to on when I send her messages. I sent her messages on Facebook, just asking her if she can combine them and everything. Anyway, she's just so nice. So love this. I kept going back and looking at it, and I was like, God, I really want that. I really want that. They just make me happy to look at. So those are my newest needle minders that I got in the mail. And then I got a couple of different things, and I'm going to tell you my reasoning behind this. I found this place called Bags Plus, which y'all probably have heard about, but I had never heard about it. And they make these bags that have these little pockets in them for your bobbins. Well, I don't use bobbins in my cross stitch. I use the Annie's Keepers, which works for me, okay? So, but I was like, you know, I really want some of these bags because I have a plan for them. So I was like, but I'm not really sure if I want to, I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna order one, like just a little one, and see, you know, like what size little pockets are exactly, and like, you know, if this is gonna work. And I'm gonna, okay, so, you know, the little pockets here, and you have, and y'all probably, I don't even know why I'm showing y'all this, because I'm sure I'm like so late to the game, y'all already know all about these, but that's like a bobbin that's fitted in there. So it does hold the bobbins. But when I'm doing this beaded cross stitch, I have to stop and do the threads, you know, just like you do the, you know, when you're just doing cross stitching. So I thought, well, if I can hold cross stitch, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use it for the thread that I use for the beaded embroidery, which is this thin thread here, okay? So what I'm using it for is I'm going ahead and cutting up the lengths of the thread, and I'm winding them around my fingers and then just sticking them in each pocket. So I don't have to stop and cut the thread, you know, like I'm cutting out a step, I guess is what I'm saying. So if I just get a whole bunch of them done, so I thought that would be great. So this one has 6 spots in it, and I need to refill it because I'm down to my last little, if you can see it, you probably can't because it's a layer, but there's one little strand in here. Then when I got my package, I was so confused because I also, in the package, was this one. Oh, and I forgot to say, this is called like a baby something, or a bit, I don't know, it's supposed to, you can put like a scissor fob on it or something, but it has a pocket on one side, a big pocket for, I guess, storing things on one side, and then it's got the little pockets to put your threads in, or your floss, or whatever. But then I got this one, which is like a bendy flip size. It has 12 spots in it, and it has this big pocket here, and then it's got, you can see that my little wads of thread are in there. It has 12 there, and I was like, I didn't order this. I don't know what this, I mean, I like it, like it has bees and clouds. It's pretty much what's going on around here. Lots of bees outside. So I was like, I didn't order this. I'm confused, or did I order it? Or maybe she sent it to me by mistake, but I'd like to keep it because it gives me more little things, less things I have to cut, and I've got multiple projects. So I sent her a message, and and I said, I have this extra one in my package. Do I owe you some money? And she was like, no, I sent one of these for an extra, like free, to everybody who placed an order in May. And I was like, what? That's a lot, because she said it was like over 130 something orders or something. That's 130 something free ones of these. That is like amazing. And so if you, I don't even know if you watch my videos, you probably do not because it's not a very big channel, but if someone can just tell whoever it is that makes the Bags Plus lady, I can't remember your name, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for this bag. I really appreciate it. Now, what I really want is one of the project bags that has all the big pocket, the big project bag pocket with these on the back of them, because I know she makes them because I've seen them. Maybe my next purchase. No, I'm just joking. I need to slow down. Okay, so yeah, and I just take like the little things of thread and just kind of stick them in the pocket to hold them in one place. Keep in one place so I don't lose them. And these actually do not go in here. This project uses a little bit different thread than the other beaded projects that I'm working on, but I will show those to you in another video. So I hope everybody's doing well. And let's see, is there anything else? I'm going to get started on the cross stitch again and work on the one that I was working on for my son, like I was talking to you about. It's the Napoleon Dynamite sampler from Lindy Stitches. That is the one that I need to work on for him. And so maybe I'll be able to show some progress on that. There's so many things that I want to start, but I can't, between that, because I like so many different crafts and I'm working on so many different ones, I just can't, I get overwhelmed with everything. And so like I've got some diamond paintings that I'm working on, I've got some beaded embroidery projects, and I've got some cross stitch projects. So I need to just do what I have. That's so hard to say. I don't know if that's gonna work out. So I hope everybody's doing well, and I guess I'll just see you next time. So stay tuned to the next part of my video that just kind of shows you what I'm doing. I'm gonna walk through a little bit of what the video is. But I also wanted to give a shout out to a YouTuber that I love watching because of her, well, she's got a good personality, but also, well, her name is Georgia Girl Stitching, okay? And so you probably know who I'm talking about. I think her name is Megan. I believe that's her name. But I can't even like focus on that because she talks about UGA all the time, which gets me excited because we're big Georgia fans, obviously. And she went to Georgia and she talks about Georgia and she's from Georgia, and I love having somebody to watch that's from my state that I live in and that I grew up in, and that's really cool. So then she brought her adorable mom on one, not this past video she did, but the video before, and she's a quilter and she's getting back into cross stitch as well. And I think she just joined the Georgia stitching group that I belong to. And anyway, so she's getting back into it and is excited, and I think she has an Instagram page. If you go and watch Georgia Girl Stitching on YouTube, you'll see. And then in one of the videos, maybe her most recent one, she'll give the name of the Instagram that her mom started. So anyway, I just like them. Go Dogs! I didn't go to Georgia, so I feel kind of fake when I do that. I didn't go there. I just give them money now. My son goes there, and he will actually, you know, hopefully be graduating. So we're just, we love football, and she loves, I was watching her video and she said she loved baseball and loved the Braves. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's my girl. Because like my family, my husband and my son are so depressed. They're like, why isn't baseball started? I mean, they just sit there and stare at the TV and like, we miss baseball. I'm like, I know you do. I know you do. And I don't even know if they're going to be having it this year. So anyway, it's just, I can relate to her. As far as, and her age, I have a son who's her age, who's like, well, he's out of college now and just starting his career. He just got married. And so anyway, go watch Georgia Girl Stitching if you have not checked out her channel. Watch the video with her and her mom in it. And that's my shout out for today. Okay, stay tuned for the little video of me doing my beading work, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Okay, here I am working on this Christmas cardinal. I don't know what it's called. I'm not really sure the name of the painting. I need to look that up actually and insert it. And I'll try to put a link to it if I can remember in the description below. But what I do is I have to work at the table to do this, because it goes by a pattern. And I just kind of have to have everything laid out. So I have these bead mats that I order from Amazon. They're basically just like pieces of felt or something. And I have a tray on order that they're supposed to go into. They're same size. But I just kind of, I'm basically just working on 3 different colors right now on this part of the pattern. And so I poured out some, a bunch of each color on the felt, and I'm taking like section by section, like 10, just like from the pattern, just like 10 beads. And I count them out and I put them in order of how they are supposed to go. And I do that for each section. So it's a little time consuming, but it's like the best way for me to do it, because I kind of get confused and distracted, and I lose my place a lot when I'm doing this. So this is what I'm doing right now. I have them laid out. I'm just picking it up with a needle, and then I just do one at a time. I like the bead mat because it's big and flat, and I have plenty of room on it, and the beads aren't rolling around on it too much at all, and they pretty much lay flat on this mat, so it's easy for me to pick them up with the needle. And then when my thread gets too short, I just have to use my fingers, but that's doable with this. So I just, like I said, do 10 at a time, and mark off my pattern as I go, so I don't get confused and get lost. And I'm just showing you right now, dumping out some more of the beads from the little containers that they included in the kit. I could have taken the fabric marker. It's like a marker that you can write on with fabric, and I think it washes out pretty easily. And I might go back and do that in a little while. But I don't know. I don't know why I didn't do it to begin with. I just didn't. I just wanted to get it started. I was just like so super anxious to get it started. So, but really this whole video is just me doing this same thing. And here is all I've done on this so far, which isn't much. And this video is speeded up. I do not work this fast. Thanks for watching, y'all.